Remembering takes us back to visceral reactions and deep emotions. If you were to remember the best moment of your life, I'm sure your heart would beat a bit faster and a grin would emerge on your face. There's something about remembering that takes us back and produces bodily reactions. Likewise, if I were to ask you to remember the worst moment of your life, I'm sure you could feel the shame or terror of that moment as if it were happening right then. Remembering is an embodied and holistic action that remembers, puts things together, reconciles. Remembering Christ in the Eucharist is a kind of return in which Christ can heal us. Christ invites us to take himself into our very being, where he can put together the pieces that are broken and fragmented. To remember is to realize and recall that who I am is a process and a story in which God is with me during every act. By remembering, we invite God in to heal our broken memories. Real remembering, deep remembering, is a kind of return, a return to the cross, a return to forgiveness, a return to Eden, a return to God. If we do the hard work of rightly remembering, there we encounter a healing truth. Truth matters because the gospel matters. Gospel means good news, and the news needs to be true for it to be good. The premise of this book is that all spiritual formation finds its roots in the gospel of grace. This gospel must be known, stewarded, heralded, and in the Lord's Supper, remembered. Martin Luther explains what gospel ministry is all about when he writes, "Here I must take counsel of the gospel. I must hearken to the gospel, which teacheth me not what I ought to do, for that is the proper office of the law, but what Jesus Christ the Son of God hath done for me, to wit, that he suffered and died to deliver me from sin and death. The gospel willeth me to receive this, and to believe it. And this is the truth of the gospel. It is also the principal article of all Christian doctrine, wherein the knowledge of all godliness consisteth. Most necessary it is, therefore, that we should know this article well, teach it unto others, and beat it into their heads continually." Knowing the gospel, teaching it to others, and beating it into their heads continually, this is what the truth tradition values. We need it. One way to define Christian ministry is a regular reminder. We're prone to forget, but spiritual formation is grounded in remembering the goodness of the gospel of God.